craziness and addiction is I just did not think I could stop. So I just continued using, even though I was watching my arms die. As I graduated college, I, started messing around with other drugs, cocaine, ecstasy, stuff like that. When I got a little bit older, the opiates came in. I got addicted to them. So I started buying oxys and 30 milligram Percocets off the streets. Got to a point where, I'd spent all my money and I was around the wrong person and they were doing heroin. And they were like, here, try this. Took one bag and it was like the magic thing, from the first time I injected, I got addicted to the rush and I never stopped. I was putting a needle in my arm every day from that point, literally. Shortly after I started injecting the heroin, it changed from heroin to fentanyl in Philly. And that was, bad enough. But it was really when COVID hit the United States, the fentanyl started changing and it went from being clear to being like a light pink. All of a sudden, within, like I said, 4 to 6 months, I started getting these bruises on my arms. And at night, when I would inject, it would be a bruise. And then the next day, I would wake up and my skin would be like black and crusty. And I didn't know what was happening. So I started cutting it off because I didn't get any information online. It was just, I kind of went with what I wanted, what I figured would help. I did damage from doing that in cutting the dead tissue off my arm. I cut a tendon, so my right hand, I can't move my hand like that because I cut this tendon. But the craziness and addiction is I just did not think I could stop. So I just continued using, even though I was watching my arms die. The man that I was dating at the time, had injected it into his finger, and it caused him to have his pointer finger and thumb amputated because it stopped the blood supply to his fingers. And I watched my arms die and his fingers die, and it just wasn't enough. Once I found out it was Xylazine, there was nothing on the internet because no one, it was brand new. No one knows what this drug was. No one was talking about it. And I tried to go back to just regular fentanyl without Xylazine in it. And I was sick 20 minutes later. I was addicted to the drink at this point. I was living on the streets, homeless in Kensington. I was 85 pounds. And then there was one day I had finally seen myself in a mirror and I was just like, who are you? It was one of the hardest things I've done, getting clean, but it's possible. I went into a hospital for 2 days. The withdrawal lasted about a month and a half, give or take. The rehab I went to, they gave me comfort meds, but then I just didn't take them. I didn't want it. I knew I needed to go through it to get to where I'm at. And today, just celebrating 9 months last week, I'm truly grateful I did because I still remember that pain. With Xylazine, you can die without medically getting help. And the thing is, doctors don't know what this drug is doing. Like, we're just finding out. You're seeing what it's doing. Like, you can see, this right here. You're seeing what it does to the outside. So we can only imagine what it's doing to the inside. It's so new, like people are just talking about it. And I'm grateful that I'm able to be on this side and show people that it is possible to get off this drug. You don't have to be stuck and lose your limbs or your life because of it, because it is possible.